In this video, we're going to be doing an introduction to Python and also starting to learn how to code it. And throughout the series, we will learn how to code it and write full programs in it using many different functions. So this is mainly targeted at the OCR GCSE 9 till 1 specification. So there are many different programming languages like C++, Ruby, Java, JavaScript, but we are focusing on Python, which leads us to the question, why? So why learn Python? Python is a high-level programming language, meaning it is very easy to understand and is aimed at humans. Humans will have difficulty translating binary. However, Python has an English-like structure, so it's very easy to understand for humans. Some other examples of high-level languages are C++, C, Java, Basic, and COBOL. Each language has its own syntax. So what is a syntax? A syntax is a rule or set of instructions to correctly structure your code. Python is also free and open source and has a large community, which is another reason why you should use it. What is a program? A program is a set or sequence of instructions. These instructions can either be mathematical, for example addition, subtraction, or solving an equation, or can solve other problems too, for example searching through a list. Decomposition. Whilst programming, we often use decomposition. So what is decomposition? This means breaking down a large problem into smaller chunks. These parts can then be solved individually, which makes it a lot easier to understand. Python is quickly gaining popularity among the community, mainly due to its simplicity. What is an IDE? An IDE is an integrated development environment. An IDE consists of many features, including a code editor, build automation tools, which basically just allow us to run the program, and a debugger, which allows us to find and fix errors inside the code. We are going to use the IDLE, which is the standard IDE that comes with Python. So to use the IDLE, the first thing we want to do is just open it. However, when we first open the IDLE, it will open in shell mode, but this is not what we want. To solve this issue, simply go to File, then click New File, or press Ctrl and N on your keyboard. So the first thing we will learn is the print function. This just displays the word or phrase you want on the screen. The syntax of this function is print, start of brackets, quotation marks, your text here, and then end of brackets. So the word print means to display on the screen. Everything you want to print must be inside or between the two brackets. The quotation marks are used because the text is a string. Strings must always be in between quotation marks, whether we're using the print function or any other function inside Python. Here is an example. We want to display the text hello world. Hello world is a string, so it must go in between two quotation marks. Here is the code we would use. Running the code. To run the code, we must first save the code, then press run and run module, or you can press F5 and OK on your keyboard. As we can see, we have now run the program and it has displayed hello world in the shell. Well done, you have written your first line of code. Variables. So the next thing we are going to learn is variables. A variable has a value which can be any data type. A variable can consist of letters and numbers, but can't consist of spaces. Here is an example of a variable, and here is an example of what is not a variable because there is a space in between it. A variable's value can also be changed whilst the program is running, which is important to remember for later. Here is an example. In this example, we are going to create a variable called firstName and then print the variable. The value of firstName will be Bob. The value of firstName is a string, so it will be put inside quotation marks. So here is the code, firstName, brackets, quotation marks, Bob, and then print, brackets, firstName. When we run the program, it prints the value of firstName, which is Bob, in the shell. You can see this on the right hand side. Here is another example. Try to do this one on your own. Create a variable called fruit. The variable should have a value of mango. Then print the value of this variable. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause this video and try to do this on your own. Here is the code. Here is the code. Fruit equals brackets, quotation mark, mango. Print, brackets, fruit. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will be covering more concepts of Python, and we'll be going on to more advanced functions and code. So be sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you get notified as soon as the video comes out. Thank you for watching.